Also the fact that there are opportunities that are shared from time to time that educators could benefit from, and also now the application where there are courses they can take from to improve themselves. So how would you like to encourage them? What would you like to say to them? What other benefits that maybe I have not mentioned that they could get from this platform?
All right, thank you, ma. Now, personally, I've learned a lot, and I will want to encourage other teachers as well to join, because it is a platform where it will meet you where you are and also take you to where you are meant to be as an educator. All right, now the Teacher Leadership Academy is an academy that is so empowering. Personally, I've benefited a lot from it, and for those aspiring to join, I want to encourage them to join, because it is an academy that will meet you where you are, then take you to where you are to be as an educator. Now there are many courses over there, and personally we have the wellness as a course over there. We have this edutech also there. They also have this particular course that helps you as a leader to become a better leader. How you can communicate with those under you without any form of glitches. So it's a platform where you will learn a lot, and personally it has aided my personal growth in every aspect.
Wow. Yes, just to also add, there are also courses on the application that teach you not just on leadership, emotional intelligence, how to better understand students. Sometimes you see some students and you're like, this person is stubborn, but the course will help you understand the reason maybe behind the action of such students and how to better position students to behave properly. Hello viewers, and welcome once again to the Voices of Regalo, a podcast powered by Regalo Hope Foundation. And on today's episode, I am your host. My name is Orolua Abiodun, and we have a guest in the studio with us today. I'm briefly going to be reading out his profile. He is a proud graduate of Olabisi Onabanjo University, and an educationist at its core. Over the years, he has been privileged to serve in various capacities at various institutions, and he is actively involved in shaping the minds of the young ones. He's currently serving as the principal of Fulham High School, which is located at Igondo. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome with us in the studio Mr. Moses Ogundeji.
Thank you so much, ma.
Thank you so much for being here today. I know it took a lot for you to take out the time to be here, so we are really grateful. In today's episode, we're going to be shedding more light on what the Teachers Leadership Academy is about. This academy was launched last year, or this initiative was launched last year during our educator seminar, a seminar we often hold to mark the World Teachers Day. And so we have with us an associate member and also a beneficiary of what we're going to be delving into much later. We'd like for you to share with us your story and how you got to know about the Teachers Leadership Academy and Regalo Hope Foundation in general.
All right, thank you so much. My name is Moses Olayinka Ogundeji. I'm an educationist, and I've worked in several schools, serving in different positions. Well, personally, this teaching is not just a job to me. It's a calling, and I have a passion for it. Although there have been ups and downs within the educational sector, being a teacher, but nevertheless, because it goes beyond just a job for me, it's a calling. So I've stuck to it, and I'll keep on sticking to it being a passion. Well, concerning how I got to know the Teacher Leadership Academy, I got to know through one of the staff here, Miss Jane. She brought the information down to my school, and she said one or two things about it, and I got enthusiastic about it. And she briefed me more again, and I said, well, it's fine. Since it is about teaching, it is about empowering, I will be there. So I got to know through a staff here.
All right, so that means you are the first induction ceremony conducted last year.
Yes, ma'am.
That's beautiful. So it's important to note that you were, or let me mention to the audience that you were amongst the first recipients of the RHF Heroes Award. So the Heroes Award was launched at the 2025 Edu State Conference, and you were the first runner-up, I think. Yes, you won the first cash prize. So I'd like to know how that recognition made you feel, how much you won, and what it made you feel, how it made you feel, rather.
Yeah, for the Heroes Award, I was given the cash prize of 300,000 naira, And that moment was a humbling moment. It was a humbling moment, and personally, it shows that what we do in the community and what we do in the classroom matters as well. And also professionally, it gave me this sense of hope that investing in oneself worth it. There's a saying that says that the greatest investment you can make is the one you make in yourself.
Yes.
So over the years, I have been investing in myself. I have been doing that, but I know that one day it will surely pay off.
Yes.
But I never knew that it would come so soon. So when I collected and when I was giving, I was so happy. And something happened on that day.
Wow.
A teacher of mine that taught me in secondary school was present on that day.
Oh my God. Who was
on that same day? On that, he came around, I think, with someone, and I was from this time. It was like, this not Moses. I was also looking at him. I said, it is not Mr. David. So when we got closer, it was like, Moses. I said, Mr. David. He said, so you finally became a teacher. Because right from secondary school, I had passion for it. So it was like, yes. I said, yes, I am finally a teacher. So that moment was like an humbling moment. I never expected it. And I really appreciated it.
So for many of us who might not be familiar with the RHF Teachers Leadership Academy, right, aside from the fact that we create like a network of educators, around across Nigeria, right, we also have a web-based application that has properly and carefully created content to help educators improve professionally and personally, right? And also all our associates are, they have login details into this web-based application. So I believe that you've been using this application for a while for you to even have entered in for the RHF Heroes Award. So what would you say is the difference between this application and maybe other educational applications you've been using, maybe for educators or other courses you've taken? What can you say is the difference?
All right, thank you, Ma. Now, concerning the web app, I think what differentiates from other web apps is that it has created a kind of space or gap where educators stay connected together. So, as an educator, you are in contact. You align together, even online, where you share resources together, where you share your expertise together. So even as a novice, once you get onboarded on the app, you rub minds together with other professionals, and before you know, they say iron sharpeneth iron. So you become a better version of yourself as an educator as well. So what differentiates from other web apps is that even while you are not in session, you can still share resources and rub minds together and become a better version of yourself.
So how would you say your use of the app, like what do you like about the application? Is it, and because I know the application is self-paced, like you're not under obligation to finish a course maybe at a particular time. It's self-paced because you understand the various learning capabilities of different educators, right? So what would you say has been your experience using the application?
Well, let me just use one word: the simplicity of it.
Oh, wow.
The simplicity of it.
Okay, so you've been able to navigate around the application yourself, and that's amazing to know. So I'd like to also ask, like, because we're trying to encourage other educators to register for the next cohort. So what would you like to say to them, like the platform in general, how that it connects, educators from various, parts in the country together? Also the fact that there are opportunities that are shared from time to time that educators could benefit from, and also now the application where there are courses they can take from to improve themselves. So how would you like to encourage them? What would you like to say to them? What other benefits that maybe I have not mentioned that they could get from this platform?
All right, thank you, Ma. Now, personally, I've learned a lot, and I will want to encourage other teachers as well to join, because it is a platform where it will meet you where you are and also take you to where you are meant to be as an educator. All right, now the Teacher Leadership Academy is an academy that is so empowering. Personally, I've benefited a lot from it. And for those aspiring to join, I want to encourage them to join, because it is an academy that will meet you where you are, then take you to where you are to be as an educator. Now, there are many courses over there, and personally, we have the wellness as a course over there. We have this edutech also there. They also have this particular course that helps you as a leader to become a better leader. How you can communicate with those under you without any form of glitches. So it's a platform where you will learn a lot, and personally it has aided my personal growth in every aspect.
Wow. Yes, just to also add, there are also courses on the application that teach you not just on leadership, emotional intelligence, how to better understand students. Sometimes you see some students and you're like, this person is stubborn, but the course will help you understand the reason maybe behind the action of such students and how to better position students to behave properly. Okay.
Concerning the emotional intelligence, I think after navigating that course, there's this particular child in my school that behaves so well. Before now, what we usually do is, what is your problem? Why participating in the class? But when I actually went through that course, so I called the child and I have this one-on-one conversation with the child, and I was able to understand the problem. And currently, the child is becoming a better version of himself. So that is one of the benefits I benefited from that emotional intelligence course, on how to manage the emotion, not only your emotion, also the emotion of others, the students, even the teachers, as well, the people around you.
Yes, that's very important. I love the fact that you're able to recognize the need in that student and also help the student address it. I feel like in the coming years, the students will always remember you like you remembered your teacher the other time. So I think it's also important to mention that the study process on this application is in 3 stages. We have the beginner, the intermediate, and the expert level. So I don't know if you can give us a little bit of your experience. I don't know what level you are on now. If you can just give us intermediate. Okay, so you can just give us a little bit of your experience, how you like what it was going through the beginners, how you transitioned into the intermediate, before now you want to start with the expert level.
Okay, well, personally, when I began at the beginners level, it was not really difficult. But the major thing is just the consistency there. So from transiting from the beginner to the intermediate level is it's not quite easy, and still quite easy as well, because you need to focus. You need to focus, and because when you get to the quiz aspect of it, if you are not actually being focused, you won't be able to answer
if
the
you've
questions.
Not been reading it through
if I were even going through the course, I wasn't even reading it alone. I had my notepad with me.
Interest. I love that.
My notepad with me. So for each of the course, so I was scribbling, and I was also jotting some important facts. So when it got to the quiz aspect, I was able to navigate, because not just writing down. When you write, you're also reading as well. So it was not easy. It was still easy as well, because I actually did it from my heart.
Yes, and I think that's what some people might not understand. The fact that it's not just, we don't just need you to just go through this, because we discovered that a lot of teachers in underserved communities, low-income communities, they don't exactly have access to so many resources. They don't exactly have access to things that could build them, right? And so this is why we actually developed the application. This is why we developed the academy, so that we are able to connect these minds together. They can rub minds, they can have access to global opportunities, and they can also improve themselves. So it's important, like he mentioned, he was not just reading through, he was also like taking down, jotting down, so it's not just, let me just read this and just, forget about this phase. Also trying to learn and practicalize the lessons that have been learned. So thank you so much for sharing all of this insight. In just one word, how would you describe the application and why? Or the academy itself now, not the application. I know you mentioned that the application is simple, but the academy itself, how will you describe it in one word and why?
Empowering.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I just said empowering.
Empowering. Why would you say it's empowering?
Yeah, because like I said earlier, that it moves you from where you are to where you should be as an educator, and it also dives into what you should do to become a teacher leader as well. Yes, teacher leader, because as teachers, we are not just our work goes beyond just teaching in the classroom. We are role models. I won't say role models, we are also leaders. At one point, so the students, the learners look up to us. So whatsoever we are doing, they're also looking at us. So what the Teacher Leadership Academy does is that it helps you to become a leader and also a teacher as well.
Same time. That's so beautiful. Thank you.
Right,
thank you. I
so
really
much.
appreciate. All right. So yeah, before we finally wrap up, I'd like to also mention that at the end of each course, you are given an e-badge.
Yes.
That's an electronic badge is
Yes.
sent to you,
Yes.
and we also would love to monitor your progress.
Yes.
I know some of our associates also mentioned how that sometimes the quizzes are timed for the
Yes.
beginners
Yes.
aspect, right? So it's timed, and then they've mentioned like, oh, I failed. No, it's not. We're not trying to make you fail, right? Just as you're an educator and you monitor the progress of your students over time, we're also trying to monitor your progress over time. So you take the first course, maybe you don't do so well, you are buckled, like you are intentional about the next course and the next quiz that you take. And also at the end of the beginner, intermediate and expert, we also definitely give you a certificate at the end of the program. So thank you once again, Mr. Moses, for being here, and we have come to the end of today's episode, shedding more light on what the Teachers Leadership Academy is about. I remain your host, Oriolua Abiodun, and we've just heard the voice of Mr. Moses here today. So till we see you next time on the Voices of Regalo, stay tuned.